Can you dig it? Can can you dig it? Welcome back to the DST Network. If you're not subscribed, you are completely and going to be still misinformed. Well, of course, if we haven't heard much about it, of course, major sporting platforms are, of course, referring to the former starting quarterback of the Chicago Bears that was supposedly cut off from what he was supposed to make his money year, when he was supposed to be a multi-year starter over his fourth season as Chicago Bear, falling over short with an underperformance, leading over a playoff appearance with an 8-8 record over the new playoff format that subdues only one team over a playoff bye that I totally disagree with. I have no issue with the previous playoff format, and yet they just had to awkwardly just change it for some apparent reason that they didn't even extensify, other than getting more opportunities for playoff teams below 500 to just give an easy out. Oh God, I guess trying to do this for more parity and obviously for more ratings, just so we can see more games. That's technically my opinion. I know many other people had more to say over the beginning of the whole new playoff system. And for me, I just don't care. I guess it has something to do with me just losing my interest, and I just didn't care if we were gonna have a round robin season. That's practically the point. I wouldn't care either way, but other than that, Mitch Trubisky is now a Buffalo Bill playing second fiddle to current uprising QB that was the division leader for the Buffalo Bills over in the AFC East. Josh Allen, Mitchell Trubisky with a 1-year deal over backup. He's gonna be a journeyman for quite a long time. I don't want to say that because obviously Mitchell does have his strength, but he has a lack of short arm accuracy, lack of any contention over his team. The best thing about the Bills is their running is their running. And I don't want to come around just burying the guy, but he just can't throw deep. He can't. Came over playing 10 games. Mediocre completion rating, went over 255 with only 16 TDs. That's obviously not what he was showing over a sophomore season. Over 3,000 yards, a career lowest in yardage, had the most over interceptions. Leeway over just their best player. Didn't they just lose Kyle Fuller? It's just gonna be weird. It's just gonna be sad. Who do they have now for the Bears? I'll be shocked because now they got Andy Dalton, and where they could have got him over with dirt cheap, but they re-signed, and now they got him over a multi-year deal that I already discussed in my other video. I'm just a bit saddened because I don't want to see young quarterbacks like that possibly had a lot to go over. Oh, they were possibly going to be the next franchise guy, and then they just come off being second fiddle for another franchise quarterback, now taking the Bills out of their tough period of the 2010s. He came over a consistent amount of starts over to Nick Foles taking over and doing better numbers in the last previous other games, where either he gets blown out, underperforms over his short pass game, barely can perform good offensively until the fourth quarter, and just play pedestrian football that I notice. Like, I'll nitpick the hell out of a quarterback and how he throws, and to show his worth and how he moves the ball, or how he can or throw it. If you can't do a short pass, or at least make it look good and do it consistently, you're not going to be staying over the starting position for long. Nick Foles had that position because he at least had the veteranship of pretty good accuracy. Always shows a fair share of chemistry, even his time over as a Jaguar, and he played some decent time over as Jaguars. I mean, sure, they still were terrible, but you saw it yourself. He could play some pretty decent football. He even showed it over in Chicago. Now Trubisky's leeching over 26, where he was supposedly supposed to get a 5-year max deal. Now he's going over veteran dealership over possibly for trade leeway play for possibly anything that the Bills can trade up for, because you technically don't need two upstanding young quarterbacks, especially over Josh Allen's big potential over as a QB. You can just sign it off for another veteran. Mitchell just could be used for cheapable draft pick choices for a future early mid-round pick. I think that's what the Bills are technically gonna do, because I see no point of count over keeping for Trubisky that long, even for half a season, especially over the tape that he got. Possibly the Bills can do something with him. I don't think it's gonna be over a starting position, or at least like insurance for if anything, by God, anything happens to Josh Allen. And there seems to be other news that we'll also go over in just a few seconds. Of course, we're going to go over Will Fuller going to the Dolphins. That's it. I didn't know what you were suspecting. I think that Carson Wentz is sticking with number 2 in his jersey. Raiders just oh my God, Kenyon Drake and Josh Jacobs? No way. That's going to be crazy. Kenyon Drake, who just went over to the... Which Rudolph is that? That better not be Rudolph from the Vikings. And Jared Cook just made a deal over with the Chargers. That's going to be helping a lot. Best veteran tight end that you'll get over in the league. So that's a really nice choice. And Ernest Jones with a 2 years left over his contract, he's the best running back the Packers ever had in years. I was shocked if they don't extensify his deal over to another 4 to 5 years if he keeps producing the best running game the Packers ever had. And wow, I'm just really shocked over this offseason. And you think the NBA offseason will get crazy over what they had over the current retirement of Drew Brees, future Hall of Famer. The New Orleans Saints just cleared $111 million of cap space for the means of 2022. So wait for them to buy in the future. I don't know if who they have on their team still for quarterbacks. We're not counting a skills player. I'm talking about Jameis Winston. And I don't know what's going to happen there if he's going to secure the starting position. That's going to be pretty shoddy over their last playoff performance. And Zach Ertz? Designation for Zach Ertz to get traded. So that's technically all I have for you guys for today. We'll go over more news later on over the off season. But yeah, Mitch Trubisky's bill. To be honest, I don't suspect this lasting. But tell me how you feel in the comment section below. Thanks for watching the DC Network. Like, comment, subscribe. That's it for me.